wanted to see if Remy could teach you.
Again is our Scorcher.
Level 2? Let me check.
Again is our Scorcher.
I don't suppose he could teach me Fireball.
It's not a
So
level
we'll
2 spell.
I know.
Again is our Scorcher.
I don't... What?
Again is our Scorcher.
Is that in the player's handbook?
No. It's in the compendium. Melf's Acid Arrow?
That is a staple level 2 spell. This is riveting video. I'll probably edit this little section out. Or I won't. Often I'm very lazy and I just scroll out 20 minutes in Final Cut Pro and I slap a title on it.
Yep.
Noise reduction on. Enjoy! Four, 5, 153 pounds of lady killing awesomeness. Miguel.
I need to make another token.
You are going to need to make a new token, yes.
Do you have to make a new character for me first? Or
Yes.
do I make?
I would
Let's
need
see.
to make you a new character. What is your name?
Oh gosh.
Oh gosh. O-G-O-S-H.
Yes.
I'm hoping there's an apostrophe in there.
It could be.
Yep. Okay, there is now. Does Oh gosh have a last name?
Meat Shield. Ever since he was attacked at a butcher and used a side of beef to defend himself. And
I'll allow
bludgeoned
it.
people with a femur.
I'll allow it. Edited and controlled by Chris. Tags. Jagoff. Info duplicate. Save. All right, you should have access to Oh Gosh Meat Shield in the characters tab.
There we go. Tasha's uncontrollable, hideous laughter.
Just. Well, I accidentally made Bukulu Icky Kalai and deleted.
Yeah, I just get Melf in a second.
Oh, whoops. Undo. Go back. Undo.
I think you might have to pull my icon out onto the...
Okay, hold on. There you go.
I guess, yeah, Melf, Acid Arrow, and Levitate, maybe.
Okay, we'll just try to learn.
Don't fail.
Particularly down on melts.
Yeah.
All right, we'll do that one first. The arrow. And a pass.
Huzzah!
Good job. We'll high five later.
And I pass on that one, too.
Man.
I'll be right back. 5 seconds.
5-second rule.
Oh, so Chris, I mean, gosh. Oh. Welcome back.
Okay, so we're going to need to move Alistair out of the way. Muriel out of the way.
Yeah.
The dog out of the way.
Dagner out of the way.
Emily.
So we'll just say that a messenger from the Elf Kingdom showed up, telling Muriel she was recalled to active duty in the Force Guard and she had to leave.
Apparently the Elf Kingdom is North Korea.
Caraway desperately needed her assistance.
Unfortunately for Ogosh, Caraway's developed a liking for male half-orcs. Chris doesn't think that's funny.
Come on, Chris.
I think Ogosh could take Caraway. And I think role-playing wise, he probably would. And I mean that with the scimitar, not with the anything you would think
it'd
of.
be Klingon style. All right. There we go.
We're all different sizes. And I still can't see Nolan's name.
There we go. All right. Let's see here. So we've got everyone settled.
Think so.
Okay. So we're running puzzles. Happy as clams, really.
And did you want to know how much money Muriel donated to puzzles?
No.
Okay. Because it was like 1,400 gold.
And maybe we'll take that into account later, but we're going to be leaving the area for a little bit, so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Oh gosh, you are now in the village of Orlane traveling through, and you've decided to stop at the local tavern. You're really confused why this place is called Puzzles, but you stop in for a drink.
Remember, I do have 11 intellect.
It's because you don't get the joke, Chris. Watch How I Met Your Mother.
I watched like the first 2 or 3 seasons, but we don't have cable.
Neither do I. Netflix. But as you're sitting there having a drink, you see a couple of other figures milling about the room. There's an elf who appears to have some sort of sexual relationship with his bow. And he loves the things that hurt him and others. There's a kind of energetic gnome, but he's real drunk, kind of stumbling about a bit. There's the
But making
tallest
no sound.
human woman you've ever seen, and they're milling about the room a bit, seeming very comfortable in the place. And then, as all of this, you're kind of taking it all in, and it all seems a little weird. And out of nowhere, a dwarf walks in, and he's about 4 or 5, and blue eyes, kind of ruddy skin, with a wide brim hat folded up on one edge, guns strapped all over his sexy dwarven body. And he kind of heads up to the bar, buys a drink. What y'all doing?
Stumbling around drunkenly.
I'm apparently making love to my bow.
Keep in mind, I'm making no sound while I stumble. 100% move silently.
Ninja-like stumbling.
Every once in a while, I crash into the
intently
wall
at my
silently.
spellbook.
I'm staring at the stumbling gnome and wondering what he's had and how I can get some. By the way, Eric, in the humanoid handbook, there's a non-weapon proficiency called drinking, and I have that.
Excellent. So, are you getting a drink, Chris? What are you doing?
Yes, I'm going to order the largest ale they have and begin enjoying it.
What I think is great is the most generic start to an adventure in the D&D world is you meet a bunch of people at the bar.
At the bar, yeah.
And we bought the bar. We've basically fully admitted that
we run the bar.
This adventure hook, we own it. We don't just have it, we own it. We embrace the adventure starts in the bar.
We're not stumbling into the bar. We are the bar.
We are the bar.
We didn't really buy the bar, though. We sort of annexed the bar and then stole all the stuff that we put in it.
Well, might makes right.
Put the golden grain out of business.
We got a comment regarding our evil, or you guys wanting to just slaughter the tied up, the held cleric, and so I replied with a clip of Murder Train from I Met Your Mother. Everything's out of it. Murder! Get on board the murder train. So Miguel, who you guys don't know his name, Miguel yet, but let's face it, it's Miguel. Is going to who's tending bar?
I am.
Might assume that there's hirelings at this point, so they could leave the bar unattended.
Well, it would be Alistair.
So he can romance all the ladies that come in,
Yeah, done and done.
or hire all the cute ones as barmaids and keep them close at hand.
So now he has competition.
Well, there. But then it's me. I'm talking to me. It's so confusing. Never mind. Taka, you're at the bar.
Yes.
Well, there, short one. This is a good drink.
Thanks. I thought so. I pour myself another.
I've heard much about the adventurers in these parts. Are you the ones who freed this village from the reptile god?
That's what I hear.
I'm listening intently.
Interesting.
I'm eyeing them both suspiciously.
Are you eyeing me suspiciously?
Not you.
Oh,
The dwarf and whoever Chris is.
Perhaps ye be interested in a new challenge, or have you settled into being barmaids?
Hey, we may be interested, ye. Jerk.
Do you think he's a jerk? Let me roll a charisma check.
No, but I'm drunk, so it's fine.
Miguel is both dashing, attractive, and good-looking.
So yeah, total jerk.
Let me tell you a little about the Dukes of Runa.
Ooh, story time. And I plop myself down on the floor.
Cue music. Too loud. Ahem. Ahem. For 5 generations, the Dukes of Runa have ruled the city of the same name with a just and respected hand, established as an outpost from which Eric Runa, I didn't put that in there. Launched
Uh-huh.
his far-ranging raiding and trading expeditions, the town has grown to a population of several thousand in its century of existence. The duchy is a part of the greater kingdom of Vestland, and is allied with the jarldom of Soderford and the dwarves of Rockholm. Located on a sheltered fjord nearly 100 miles from the sea, Runa has a bustling port in which ships sail to all corners of the known world.
Do you write out all that down, Nolan?
Oh yeah, totally.
And then there's this is supposed to be like the part that you read, and they throw this in there. Runa may be easily placed on the continental map in one included with D&D module X1, the Isle of Dread.
Do not read this part aloud to the players.
Right. Many steep, treacherous, and hidden passes lead across the mountains to Rockholm, and dwarven caravans often cross these with loads of metal goods and other dwarven crafts. In fact, a sizable number of dwarves live in Runa and are presently engaged in the construction of the mighty palace for the current Duke, Stephen Runa. Other passes in this rugged mountain range to the northwest have recently been crossed by immigrants from the Edgunar Khanate, and the number of these nomads in Runa are small but growing. They're welcome for the fine horses and goats that they bring with them.
Goats.
With the exception of the unfinished ducal palace and the portions of these three temples, all the buildings in Runa are made of wood, or either wooden or soft. Why this is all irrelevant. Two old temples, erected decades ago, stand in Runa, tribute to a pair of the major archangels of Vestland. The Temple of the Lawful Order of Forsetta is the oldest, and most citizens are members of this faith. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. The Ducal Guard is responsible for maintaining order in this community, as well as defending it from any outside threats. This brutally effective force is led by Draco Stormsailor, whose very name inspires fear and awe in most Runians. Once Draco sailed all parts of the world on plundering expeditions, but he's now settled down to the quiet life of a garrison commander. He lives in the Ducal Barracks. I'm going to take a Ducal Barrack. It is said that the Duke respects his judgment above all other advisors. Recently, the town has been thrown into an uproar by several particular decrees that have originated from the Duke's palace. 10 days before I got here, young lads, the order was issued that all taxes must be paid in beer, not money. Many kegs have been delivered to the palace, and now it is very difficult to even purchase a small glass of beer in the taverns of Runa. This has contributed to grumbling and complaining among a thirsty populace, but people are in such fear of the Ducal Guard that no protest has been made. 3 days ago, a second decree was issued, declaring that horses ridden within the town boundaries must carry the riders facing the mount's tail. Since only the very wealthy ever ride in town, this decree has resulted in some very entertaining sights for pedestrians, as merchants and nobles struggle to maintain balance and dignity in this awkward position. Even so, more rumors have spread regarding the odd nature of the last two ducal pronouncements. Many are frightened by the thought that the Duke is no longer rational.
So why would we want to go there if there's no beer?
I was just thinking horror at that part. Oh, all right. I stayed awake through the whole thing.
I'm gonna buy the dwarf a beer after that story.
Thanks. So,
I pour a beer. And
we're
then
looking for some who are familiar with dealing with cities in odd situations, and who have solved mysteries like this before.
I say, that's us, right? Me trusty steed.
So, hold on. There's two other things that I have heard that may or may not be true. Yay, rumor table.
Yay.
One thing I've heard is that my compatriot dwarfs, and I don't take this too seriously, but I've heard that the dwarves who are working on the palace plan to steal as much